My name is Chris Lenahan. I've written the book called The Little Black Bar Book. So here's my book right here. I've been building bars. I've been a part of bars since 1996. I've done probably a little over 100 establishments now. Nightclubs, bars, restaurants, big parties, you name it. So right now I presently run the Edge Group. So we have 4 venues right now. And all 4 of our venues are scattered. We're in one marketplace right now. I've owned bars in Arizona, Nashville, built them here in Vegas, built bars, pretty much consulted all over the world. So if you guys have any questions at the end of this, small markets, big markets, even overseas, I've done work overseas. Okay? So my seminar today is going to be on 2000 and then and 2000 and now, and kind of how I operate business differently now than I did back in the 2000s. Right? So one of the things is back in the day, really, money was nothing. I mean, if you guys think about it, a couple years ago, everybody's pulling a couple $100,000 out of their account from their houses. Money wasn't even real, right? People were walking in there. You guys know how it was. It was like $20 for cover charge. It was insane back then because your credit cards were unlimited. The banks were giving you unlimited credit lines. There was no reality to it, right? Those times have all changed now. And if you look at number 2, times have changed. Basically, a little Darwinism is taking effect. You could have pretty much put poop in the middle of a bar and packed the bar. People would have said, this bar is the shit, right? You could have done anything and you could have filled your bar back in the day. How many times did you guys walk into bars and you just boggle your mind back in 99, 2000, 2005? Somebody'd open up a bar, no experience whatsoever. No, never owned a bar in their lifetime. And their bar would just be packed full of people. Those times have changed. It's a lot. So one of the things is that businesses that basically did not advertise through the past recession, okay, businesses that tightened up their belt and really buckled down, when they got out of the recession, they increased their business 27%. Right? Businesses that did advertise, this is a proven fact. Businesses that did spend the money, loosen the purse strings, dig in your pocket a little bit deeper. You know what? When you guys are running your bars, if you're advertising and pushing, when you get out of this recession, your business is going to increase so much. Businesses that came out of the recession back in the 80s, they went up 200 and some percent. 200 and some percent. All right? The things that you do now are going to affect your business over the next 2 to 3 years. So think about that. So let's see, what's needed right now? A lot of hard work. I mean, one of the things I say to people is I'm working 3 times harder to make less money than I used to. I'm making 10 to 20% less, and I'm working my tail off now. All right? Creativity. Don't just follow the old mold. Do something new. Stop looking at other people's bars and saying, I'm going to do that. What you need to do is you need to look around and say, I'm going to do that better. Conceptual evolution. One of the newest projects that we just opened is called the Barrel Room. And what I did is I opened up the Barrel Room, and even I was wrong on this. Okay, I went in and I said, I'm going to build a piano bar, dueling piano bar, but I built a dueling piano bar 2.0. All right, and I said, you know what? I'm pretty good. I can walk in any venue, and I can tell you how much money you're making at your venue. I can tell you how much you're making an hour. And I said, you know what? I think I'll probably make about $12,000 a night in this venue. That's probably where my cap is. Boy, was I wrong. $22,000 a night in liquor sales. We're packed from 9 o'clock and kicking people out, hundreds and hundreds of people out at 2:30 in a third-tier market. I'm in Portland, Oregon. Concept placement. And if anybody's had a chance to read my book or look at my book, it's very simple. Location, location, location. Really, run with the pack. Synergy is so important. You want to be with other bars. You want to be where people are at. Location analysis, once again, that just goes back to look at where all the other bars are. There's got to be a reason why we have entertainment districts everywhere. So it's a logical reason. Go where the people are. It's a lot easier. All right, you need to give your customers something. Okay? The simplest way that I can put this is people want something for their money now. You can't just open your doors anymore. You need to actually give them something. And of the 3 successful concepts that we have right now, all right, we've got Dirty, Candy, and Barrel Room. And the three things that we're doing right now to make our venue stand out apart from one another is if you go into Candy, we're 26 and up. All right, to get in. Number one, that's you. It's giving them something. We're a 32-year-old demographic base, and they really like that. We're the Cougar Bar, okay? And at every single one of our tables, we've got touch screens, the HP touchscreen monitors that are all connected Wi-Fi. We're giving people something to do. We're giving them tools. All right, at Dirty, we've got 35 stripper poles, and we've got 2 swings. We're giving the customers something to play on, something to play with. Not one of our staff ever goes on the swing or on the poles, therefore the customers to have a good time on. Our demographic is 21 to 26. And at the Barrel Room, we offer you multiple forms of entertainment. We offer you a damn good time. We've got live music. You can request songs. We've got drummers hanging on the walls. It's a riot. We're like a frat party outside and a crazy band inside. Spending habits. Boy, things have really changed. Okay? Drinks per person. You know, if you look at your numbers, if you guys have been operating your bars for quite a while and you look back, one of the things is if you look back, you go, golly, man, I'm doing record numbers. This is insane. You know what? And people were still getting hammered. And now you're looking at your numbers now and you're like, golly, how am I down so far? And people are still getting hammered, right? And the thing is, what people are doing is they're trading down. And that trading down is affecting your sales up to 40%. You know, if you look at the consumption, people have lowered their consumption rate on what they're selecting, top shelf drinks, premiums, and calls. Now they're just ordering regular drinks. You know, they're ordering wells. Well. And it is so easy for them to slide down to that well category, and that's crushing your top line. It's crushing your overall revenue. And it is so hard to push them back up, because if you take that Grey Goose and you mix it with cranberry juice, it's just as good as any other vodka. You know, and it's the education process that your staff needs to work on to educate your customers, to climb back up that ladder and get your customers to be calling out. You know, the first thing your bartender should be doing when your customers are walking up is, you order a vodka? What kind of vodka do you want? Absolute? Grey Goose? What do you want? All right? You have to offer that option out there. 65% of the time, the customer will take the call or the premium from your bartender. So think about what that means on the bottom line. What you've got is venues that are completely loaded, that someone who had really no idea what they're doing is dumped $1 million into an amazing restaurant space, an amazing nightclub, an amazing bar, failed when the recession hit. This is what I'm doing. I'm going in right now and picking up these venues for nothing. For nothing. I'm getting great lease deals from the landlord. I'm getting great cost on labor, on construction. I'm able to go in and open up bars for a third of what I was opening them up for years ago. Boy, one of the worst things out there is landlords. Yeah. The landlords are still living in a dream of 2003, 2005. They're still in their mind trying to charge you these rates that they were getting forever. All right, and that's changing now. Landlords are finally loosening up. The commercial market is catching up. This is your opportunity to go in and strike. And one thing that I would like to stress to everyone is fate. Believe in fate. If it's meant to be, it's meant to be. Walk away from the deal. If it's a bad deal, just walk away. Too many people get caught up and emotional about a venue. Do not become emotionally attached to a venue. Keep your options open if you're a first-time owner. So, talking about that low-hanging fruit, what are you going to do different? Okay? What are you going to do different? Do not be cool. Do you want to know what's cool? Making money is cool. All right? Ask my girlfriend. She spends a lot of it. All right? So this is the biggest thing. When you're going into these marketplaces right now, in these times, I am telling everybody, I am recommending to everybody, 3,500 square feet. Small footprint. Manageable. Easy to fill. You've got low overhead. If you are going into a marketplace and you really want to dominate, go in small. There's so much. And the other thing is, a lot of people all want to go for the cool people. The bottle service and the VIP lines and everything like that. You know what? Great. Early 2000s, awesome. Now, no way. If you want to open up a cool place, open up something that is not cool, that is going for that 80%. Don't go for that 10 to 20% of the people. Go for the 80%. Grab that crowd. Get marketplace dominance in there.
build your establishment, build your customer base, and then on your next venue, go ahead and open up your cool place. Because now you're established in that market, you can easily drive customers to your market, and you can drive customers back and forth between your venues, creating synergy. Once again, just going back to cover it, with the economic times, you look around and you're looking at all these other clubs in the area, ultra lounges and clubs, look at what they're doing with bottles. 2-for-1 bottles. You pretty much buy one bottle, get the house for free. Okay? I mean, $150 bottles in a lot of markets. The money that these clubs were living on is gone. It's coming back, but it is definitely dried up. The days when you had the customer walk in with $1,500, that mortgage broker, that real estate agent, that stock guy, those days are just gone. Okay? Things have definitely changed. Another thing is that cover charges. You know, it's really hard to squeak cover charge. Depending on what market you're in right now, it is very difficult to squeak cover charges out of your customers. So a couple of target little ideas I'm going to give you to get cover charge out of your customers is really giving them something with the cover. If you're charging a $10 cover, you're having a hard time getting cover charge out of people, what I'm doing is I'm doing a little shot drink ticket. You can do a little shot drink ticket. We call it a gift shot. All right, we're giving away on alcohol. Some markets you got to be careful with that. But what it does is it gives the customer perceived value. Where they don't want to pay, you're actually giving them something. You're giving them a $5 shot. Now those shots that we're doing Purple Hooter Shooters, lemon drops. We're making up our own shots. It's costing you 8 cents to 15 cents. Right? To get that $5 cover. There's no overhead in that cover. We're pre-making the shots in 5-gallon vats, filling them up into bottles, specially marked bottles, and that's our gift shop program. It helps us to keep the customers happy. You know, and there's so many people want everything for free right now. They want the table for free. They want to be in the VIP room. They want to get in the club for free. They want free drinks. Stop giving things away for free, okay? But you still have to give them something. Stop giving expensive things away for free. Stop giving things of value away from free. All right? If you got a group that comes up to your door and it's 3 guys, good customers of yours, they got 3 guys and 5 girls, always take care of the girls. Always take care of that main guy. But hey man, I can't take care of your other 2 buddies. I'll slide you through the line, I'll get you through the VIP line, I'll get you guys a round of shots when I get inside. Boom! 20 bucks in your pocket. For shots that cost you, what, 15 cents a piece, 8 cents a piece? You've got super happy customers. They were taken care of. You feel better because you got their money. And they're in the club with the first drink in them. Now, why shots? Why am I giving away shots? A, it's fast. That's right. It goes down super quick. And people need to have something in their hand. They want to feel something in their hand. And number 2, it doesn't fill up any room in their stomach. So super fast, super efficient, doesn't take up any room, there's very little alcohol. It's like, not really. People are very difficult to get drunk off the shots that we make. You know, look at your marketplace. What's missing in your market right now? You know, what's working, what's not working? I want you guys to look around into your marketplace and say, who's been there for over 5 years? Who's been there? You know, it sure ain't these ultra lounges. And these nightclubs are coming and going as fast as they can change the sign on the building. You know, bigger is not better. Bigger is worse in the venue business right now. In the nightclub business, bigger is actually, it's so tough. You have to spend so much money to pack the place. It's almost impossible to pack on a Thursday. All right? Now, if you are going to have a bigger venue, if you're going to have any venue, go for the 80% of the market. Just the regular hard-working people. Don't have to have a super hardcore dress code to come in. Don't have just anybody, anytime, anywhere, no matter what. Go for the masses. Build your venues for the masses right now. Back in the day when I had Pussycat Lounge in Scottsdale, I mean, we used to make people wait in line forever. Forever. And if you walked up and you weren't part of the cool crowd or the in crowd or you weren't the pretty people, you wait until 1:30. We'd close at 2. You know? Those days long gone. And cool is only cool until someone decides it's not cool. Is that 6 months? Is that a year? Is that 2 years? Are you willing to risk $800,000 to $1 million of your money to run your venue into the ground? No. Till the cool kids decide your venue is not cool? No. Back then, I'd do it all day long. Now, no. You know, consistency. And not building your venue on it. And you know, I got done with the Ask the Experts seminar, and a lot of people are coming up and they're like, I'm bringing in all these DJs and these acts and everything like this, and I'm doing this to drive traffic. All right, I am advising everybody not to have your venue be a event-based venue. You understand what that means? That means you have to have a big DJ or somebody show up a star or something like that. Stop doing that. If you're gonna do that on a Thursday or a Sunday. Okay, those are the nights to do that, because then you can drive people back to your Friday, Saturday with that. You can promote on your Friday, Saturday to drive this special event. One of the biggest things right now is all these venues that are like, I got big DJ this and big DJ that. Well, that's the only night they're busy. And in order to get another full night, you got to go out and pay another $5,000, $10,000 for a DJ or a celebrity or a star to show up. Screw that. Consistency. Hire 2 or 3 local DJs. They'll bring in. Just make sure that you control what they're spending and they're playing to your crowd. Okay? They'll bring in just as many people consistently. Consistency is the key in this marketplace. In this time, you have to be consistent. All right, revenue streams. Another way to do, revenue streams is so important. If you sell food, and I will testify to this right now, I hate selling food. Every single person that works for me will tell you how much I hate food. And I have an amazing little pizza place that's attached to one of my bars that we kill it. Okay, pizza is not food. Okay, it's liquid in a triangle form. I swear. Look around you, once again, back to the venues that have lasted over the years. What's lasted? You know? Look at the list right here. Which one of these bars, when you look around in your marketplace, is still open for the last 5 years? For 10 years? Which one of these on this list right here are still open, have been open a year, 2 years? How many places on this list have you seen that have come and gone quickly? All right, where do you want to be? Where do you want to be? Around for a long time, I hope. Go ahead. Let's look at how I succeed. Okay? Controlling chaos. This is the most fundamental thing you have to learn about your business. This business is not black and white except for IDs at the door. 21 and up to get in your venue. That is pretty much the only black and white fundamental of your business. Everything else in this business is in the gray area. You have to determine the acceptability of everything in that gray area. Not one night that I go to work in any of my bars is one night exactly the same as the next. Never. Every single night is different, and you have to be able to act and react accordingly to make sure that your venue stays within in that gray area. Okay, driving volume into your bars. Once again, the 80%, and we'll get onto that a little bit later. Opening your first venue. If anybody in here doesn't open a bar or plans out opening a bar on the first time, please, the first bar that you open, go for the masses. All right? Be the early spot. This is huge. All right, so since we have 3 venues all located in the same exact marketplace, what I have all of my venues staggered out. I have completely different demographics. And I can start people off at Candy or Barrel Room, and the saying in our town is everyone ends up at Dirty. That's a saying. And we started that saying. And everyone ends up at Dirty. We're packed consistently, Thursday, Friday, Saturday. All right? And all of our venues are able to generate the traffic at the times that we want them to, that allows us to filter them off into our other venues. And here's the other thing. If you don't own the early venue, go talk to them. Go talk to the people that own the early venue. Hey man, you close your doors at midnight. I'm open till 2:30. Is there any way we could work something out? You send somebody my way with this or that or this business card or in Tony's name, and I will take care of them at the door. Okay? You guys have got to still work. You can still be a team with other people because you're not affecting their business. They're closed. So go out there and find those partners to team up with, to drive that volume into your business. Don't hold your line. Please don't hold your line. There's not enough time to drink alcohol unless you're here in Vegas and you can drink from sunup to sundown and then beyond. Okay? 3 solid nights. Anybody understand what that means? Okay, Friday, Saturday, pay the bills. Thursday or Sunday or Wednesday is really where you make your money. Okay? That's the extra cheddar. Besides the cover charge, that's the extra cheddar. Use your Saturday night. If your business has problem filling your bar on Saturday night right now, you're in trouble. Use your Saturday to drive your Friday. Once you have established a strong weekend, you can then really focus all of your energy on that third night. So if you open your venue, the first thing you should do is screw Saturday. Focus everything you have on your Friday. Your Friday is the hardest night to pack right now. And years back, this used to not be true. It used to be packed Thursday and Friday. It was Wednesday and Tuesday and Monday that were hard to fill. Now people have to make the decision on how many times they're going to go out at night and the weekends. Now, before, 2-3 times a week, no problem, because they had the expendable income to do it. That is not relevant anymore. People are counting their pennies. They show up to your bar with $50 in their pocket, and they're going to spend $50. And if they're lucky, hopefully they can get out of there spending $40. It's not like before. Things have changed. On your 3 nights, develop different crowds. And this is one of the things that we've been able to successfully do in all different marketplaces. Go in. If you target the same crowd every single night, once again, these people are not going to come out every single night. The club kids and the club rats, yeah, but they don't want to pay for anything. They don't want to pay for drinks. They don't want to pay to get in the club. But regular people don't have the ability to come out Thursday, Friday, Saturday. You need to establish your third night, your off night, your tertiary night as a night to have an alternative crowd. One that wouldn't normally come out to your bar on Thursday, on Friday, or Saturday. All right. The number one thing up there, act and react, act and don't react. This is what's going to also determine how well you do. You need to be aware of what is happening. If you see a trend in your business, okay, make changes. And I'll tell you what, making a change is better than making no change at all. This goes back to the control and chaos theory. You guys have to be on the ball. If you see shit sliding down, and I don't care to the minute, if it's a minute by minute call, you guys have to be making the changes there. If you see it's a slow night, you're going, holy cow, it's slow. It's Friday after Valentine's Day. Why is it slow? Think about that for a second. Hey, you should know already, people spend all their money on Valentine's Day. They got their sweethearts, and it might be and they've used all their revenue up. They really don't want to pay cover to get in your bar. That's when you need to make that change right there and say, hey, what do I need to do to drive venue and drive people into my venue right now? And the thing is, don't charge cover. Choose how long. Don't say every night we start charging cover at 10. You can say that, but it doesn't mean you got to do that. Show your customers love. Man, one thing we like to do is we like to really take care of our customers. I'm in a smaller market. I'm in a third-tier market right now. This is not Vegas. These guys here in Vegas, I've built these clubs for years. And you know what? You know how much they care about you? They don't, because there's somebody getting off that airplane over there every 2 seconds to replace your ass. So they can treat you like garbage at the front door. They can make you wait in line for hours, or could, they really can't do it anymore. But they can treat you like garbage, and they don't care. They're going to have somebody to replace you. You cannot do this in smaller marketplaces. In smaller marketplaces, you need to be there. You need to be able to identify your customers and the needs that they have to make sure that they're coming back over and over and over. And you know what?